I was just like Lazarus, man. I was dead in the tomb. We read in there where Jesus said, roll away the stone, and the men said, but Lord, he's been dead 4 days and he stinks by now. Brother, I stunk. But there's so many of you, you're in the same spot that I was. You're in the tomb, man, and you're dead and you stink, but Jesus said, roll away the stone. And right now he's calling out to you, and he's saying, Lazarus, come forth.
He gives it to us. He doesn't leave us in any doubt. He doesn't say, this is a sign. He doesn't say that. Instead, he just absolutely predicates them together. This is my body. This is my blood. My body is given for you. And you need to eat it. Eat it. And this is my blood shed for you. We can't drink blood. Drink it, all of you. Those are the words of institution.
That is one of the scariest places to be, where you can sin and feel nothing. Where you can do people dirty and you don't feel convicted about it at all. When you feel no sting, no conviction, that is a scary place to be. It means that God has let go of you and said, I'll give you what you want. Don't wait until that moment. And Hebrews 3 says this, in the day that you hear his voice, harden not your heart.
Nobody knocks once on any door. The Lord said what? Knock, keep pounding until you get a response. Until you get a response. Knocking is deeper than just asking, because knocking goes past hunger. Knocking takes desperation, man. Knocking means persist and don't give up. Keep banging the doors of heaven until something changes. Either until you change or the circumstance change, or until they change. For everyone who asks receives. And for the one who seeks finds. And to the one who knocks, it will be open. Pastor, I don't get it. Everybody can pray, and you can be carnal and pray, and be an atheist and pray. Anybody can pray. That's easy. But the Lord changes the language from everyone to the one, to single out those who have a little bit more hunger.
So many people rely on man-made opinions of Jesus and not the Bible, that their faith does not progress because they are not being led by the Lord, they're being led by man. Just had an amazing conversation about this and I could not post it. There are so many people relying on podcasts, relying on sermons, relying on youth groups, relying on young adult groups. I'm not saying that these things are bad. I'm saying that you are relying on them more than you are on the Bible. You are relying on them more than you are on Christ. If you go to a group or you watch a post that's telling you how to be a Proverbs 31 woman, you got to do this. I bet they do have to do that, but they have to rely on the Lord's path that he has her on and that he has her take to get there. Being a Proverbs 31 woman is not going to be going from here to here. It's going, Lord, how do I be a Proverbs 31 woman? Here. Then take that step, take that step, take that step, take that step, then take that step. It's not going to go from here to here. If you think because you watched a YouTube video on how to be a Proverbs 31 woman, you are going to become one overnight, you have the wrong perception of Jesus, because he is not going to do that to you. Because you learn way more in the struggle than you do just getting to the top. It's not going to happen. Rely on Jesus. The youth groups, the young adult groups, all of that is great. It's amazing. You need it, but you need the word of truth more than you need that. But don't rely on that. Rely on the word and have that as something on top. Don't have a young adult group as your main thing and podcast as your main thing and then Bible on top. Otherwise, you're going to be led by man and not by God. Praise the Lord for that word. Oh my gosh.
hear that you have a really good take on rest.
One of my bigger fears is that my life would end, God would call me home, and I would show up to heaven well rested. There will be a lot of people that know and love Jesus and love people that get to heaven well rested. I want to get to heaven exhausted. I do wholeheartedly, totally believe rest is biblical. It's important. I would echo, I believe a lot of that is resting with God, spending time with him, focused on him, that the world's not the priority, Jesus is the priority. But with that said, rest is biblical, but so is run. And I almost never hear it preached. I believe the word treho, which is run in the New Testament, is used, I think, 20 times in the New Testament. And it means to advance speedily like an athlete moving forward with full effort and a directed purpose. And we see Paul use it all the time.
That's what I was bringing up. Yeah. That verse when he talks about the athletes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
run.
amen. Let's
run.
go.
We are to run the race that is set before us. Get rid of the sin and the weight that so easily entangles us and run with endurance. But when God calls us to run, run. God didn't call us to meander, to jog. How much of my life and our lives have we run after the job, run after the promotion, run after the fame, run after the career? But the calls of Christ, we jog.
Yeah.
For the suffering people, we jog. For the Great Commission, we jog. If we honestly look at it, how many people do we know, just personally, just the three of us, would we know where we say it's full effort and a directed purpose that you have run harder for the cause of Christ, for the suffering people, for the hope of humanity than you have for your job, for fame, for all the other things?
Calling is bigger than you. Your calling demands a version of you that you are not yet. Your calling is going to require more than your talent. Your calling is going to require more than your intelligence. Your calling is going to require more than your skill or experience. Your calling is going to require you to have an intimate relationship with Jesus where he becomes the source of your strength and your power.
Like it's such a tiny piece of worship.
Yeah.
My worship is when I wake up in the morning and say, okay, Jesus, I burned down my kingdom for yours. Thank Jesus, I'm one to live in your kingdom. Like, what do you want to do? How can I surrender to you? That is what worship is. And I want everything that I do to flow out of that place. And that includes the songs. I felt pressured to be something. But when you surrender before the Father, I just have to be his kid.
Listen, you gotta put your heart into everything. You know, you gotta love things like they're stuck to a cross, like they're worth going to church for. Kiss the ground, eat the sun, cry because you can. Because it makes rivers in your cheeks, cry because of beauty. Because of the beast we call love. And you gotta forgive yourself. Don't forgive your body because it's doing the best it can. Go put your wings on because you're an angel. Go follow the birds, the wind. Remember, everything is impossible. Therefore, you are impossible. Therefore, you are a miracle.
Look at Jesus. And then the whole beauty of that is whatever you look at, you become. So if you look at the news constantly, you look at TikTok constantly, you look at, your bank account constantly, it's going to form you into a person who is a parody of all of those realities. You look at Jesus constantly, It's going to form you into a person who is loving, joyful, peaceful, patient, kind, gentle, faithful, and so on.
Angriest men I ever counseled were two of the best non-seminary trained theologians. They were guys who just loved the labyrinthine nature of biblical theology, and they had studied it, but that theology hadn't transformed their living. And it was all about them, and everything made them angry. I mean, if everything makes me angry, that's me in the center of my world as king. But they could have passed a third-year seminary level theology exam with no problem. So, as we've said before, the enemy of our souls will gladly give you your formal theology. He'll give you your Sunday morning church attendance, episodic moments of ministry, if he can rule and control your heart. And that's where the spiritual war exists. So I'm going to start by looking at the necessary elements of the biblical narrative, the gospel story, and ask the question, do we really live like this? Do I carry these things with me? And that means patience and grace. Or do I just go with my emotions of the moment and forget everything I say I believe?
Texas at Ohio State, rematch of the college football playoff semifinal. Sark is going to take his team up to the shoe and face the defending national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
2 years ago, I faced the question that all new graduates face. What's next? And I felt the Lord leading me to Jesus School. So now I had a decision to make. To follow a plan or to follow a call. I accepted his invitation, not only to a place as I had thought, but also to himself. So I began the adventure that has been the last 2 years at Jesus School. An adventure often thrilling, of redemption and restoration, of seeking and finding, and of casting and gathering, of process and of growth, of unlearning and relearning, of breaking and rebuilding. Adventures always lead somewhere, and all of these led to the only thing needed, resting at the feet of Jesus, the truest love I'll ever know. Our experience at this school has been nothing short of transformative, and I believe eternally impactful. In this past year at school, the Lord has revealed to me the beauty and the carefulness of his authorship. Today, I can take a step back and see the story he has written for me so far, one that awaited my simple, unwavering, all in love yes. It has proven to be a yes that bears good fruit. The stillness of waiting on the Lord, the stamina to contend in prayer, and the joy of walking in prayers answered. The resounding impact of one yes to another has cultivated in me the longing for a heart posture dissatisfied with its own plans. A heart that cries out, "Here I am, Lord," to his every call forever. I am honored to graduate my second year of school more in love with Jesus than I have ever been, more devoted and more committed to him than I thought possible. And with a heart that echoes the words of Peter, "You alone have the words of life."
Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hands. But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint.